One of the first games I ever owned for the Game Boy Color was Pokémon Red. It was amazing. There was so much diversity in the scenery. One minute you're walking through the fields, then you're in a cave, an abandoned lab, the ocean. Pokémon was my introduction to the vast and endless world of JRPGs. Equally endless was its main selling hook. Gotta catch 'em all, a feat easier said than done because Nintendo was smart and good at making money. Instead of selling one game, they released a blue version that contained exclusive Pokémon alongside Mons that can only evolve when traded. Both versions contained points where you had to make a choice, such as choosing whether you want Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan, Kabuto or Ammonite, and the 3 starters. It was impossible to catch all 150 Pokémon on a single cartridge without cheat devices, so you would need a second copy of Pokémon, another Game Boy, and a link cable. But even with another copy of Pokémon, it wasn't just playing the same game twice. No, you can only catch one Eevee per playthrough, and Eevee has 3 different evolution forms, so yeah, this was going to take a dedicated amount of time and effort. And dedicate I would. I acquired my cousin's copy of Pokemon Blue, which already had an Eevee, Hitmonchan, and Ammonite, and a couple of version-exclusive Pokemon. Most of the hard work was already completed. The only section I would struggle with was catching Safari's own Pokemon, such as the Blue-exclusive Pinsir, which had a 4% encounter rate, which is much more forgiving than Chansey's 1%. I mean, just look at some of these rates. Yeah, good luck with that. I'd have a better chance catching a twirling baton with my butt crack. And finally, after getting everything I was gonna need in blue and sent it to red, the final step in completing my Pokedex would be to beat the Elite Four multiple times to grind my Pokemon up to the right level so that they could evolve. This time-consuming process would also be my undoing. I had 149 Pokemon. The only one I needed to evolve was Dragonair, which needed to be at a staggering level 55. I had put in so many hours in both Red and Blue and was so close to the end of my journey. That's when I got an idea, an oh so bright idea. Traded Pokemon will gain bonus experience points, so I figured, hey, why not trade the Dragonair? Level it up in Blue so that it would become a Dragonite much faster. Oh, I was already preparing my awards speech, but why stop there? Up until this point, I had kept Pokemon Red in my GBASP, my main handheld, and was using my old Game Boy Color for Pokemon Blue. I thought instead of playing Blue on my Color, I'll just grind Blue on the SP until it was ready to trade it back. Yeah, use that light up screen and rechargeable batteries. I insert Pokemon Red into my Game Boy Color, hit the power switch, and maybe there was a faulty connection in the pins, but the Game Boy Color would not boot properly. All my data had corrupted. What had been about 60 hours in the making ended in 60 seconds. The worst part was knowing that I had made it. There was nothing standing in the way other than time. But regardless, I would know no validation. So I said, fuck it, we're going all the way! I restarted Pokemon Red and made my way through the entire game for a second time, chose Charmander, caught a shit ton of Pidgeys, caught an Abra without it teleporting away, beat all the gyms, caught all the Red exclusive Pokemon, got a Kabuto, got Eevee number 1, got Hitmonlee, caught all the legendary birds, beat the Elite Four, caught Mewtwo, deleted Pokemon Blue, chose Bulbasaur, played through 3/4 of that game, all while catching all the exclusive Blue Pokemon, including those stupid Safari Zone Pokemons that never show up, and when they do, they just run away for bullshit reasons, got an Ammonite, got Eevee number 2, got Hitmonchan, traded all those Pokemons back to Red using all those Pidgeys I caught, deleted Pokemon Blue for a second time, just to get that Squirtle, played through most of that game again, just to get that third Eevee, dumped all that into Red, I traded a Kadabra, Macho, Graveler, and Haunter, and back so that they could evolve, and now finally I could focus on grinding 70% of all the Pokemon that I needed to evolve. I used the money I was winning against the Elite Four to buy a Porygon at the casino, and the last step I needed to complete that fucking Pokedex was evolving that Dragonair!